Science Officer's log. Due to the fact that someone has been sending secret messages to our quarry, I've confined everyone to their quarters, and I am now reviewing their personal logs to see if I can find out who is the traitor on board our ship. There is no way that I'm the one that's tipping off Pone to our location. There is absolutely no freaking way. I mean, why would I want to do that? I mean, sure, it's been one of my greatest fantasies to be the captain of a spaceship. So what? That doesn't mean that I'm tipping off Pone so that I can keep on being a captain of a spaceship, does it? I'm not crazy. I wouldn't jeopardize all of our futures just because I'm living out the big old James T. Kirk fantasy. Stop staring at me, screen! I don't know why everyone thinks that it's me. I mean, just because Pone's a Christian and I'm a Christian doesn't mean that crappy birds of a feather flock together and crap. I just want to go home. In fact, I want to go home more than most of these other guys. In fact, I think everybody else is the traitor, and I'm the only one that actually wants to catch him. I can just see these jerks having such a good time in space. They love it here. They love the bologna sandwiches and the loneliness. I mean, this is much better than the lives they have back in Opinion-Ville, isn't it? I think it's fairly simple who's been sending out those broadcasts to Pone. In fact, I'm surprised no one else has thought of it yet. The person that has been tipping off Pone to our position is me. I'm doing it. I have no proof, of course, and I have no memory of doing it myself, but I'm the perfect suspect. I mean, who better than the parano... I think it is. Yeah, I think it is? I think it's Gary. Yeah, Gary. He's always so quiet and he's always so calm. And I think he's just doing it so that we'll run into some, space babes or space dudes. And that way he can add some space babes and space dudes to the notches on his bedpost. That's what I think. I think he's prolonging this whole thing so that he can have an even bigger libido legend than anybody else. And I think that's not fair.
That doesn't mean that I'm tipping off Pone to our position. Why would I do that? I have absolutely no motivation. And besides, it's not like I asked to be communications officer. Dunderhead gave me that role. Why isn't everyone looking at Dunderhead? Maybe he's the one that's doing it. Maybe this is some sort of sick game. I should know. I know a lot about sick games. I practically wrote the book. For example, here's one sick game. You dress one person up like an elephant. You dress another person up like a big game poacher.
I mean, what does Jason have back in Opinion-Ville that he's so hard to get back to anyway? Being a clerk at a comic book store? Nerd sweat? Looking forward to something new on Netflix? Out here, he's captain of a spaceship. So why wouldn't he tip off Pone so that he can spend the most time out here? Oh, sure. Blame the rat. That's what everybody likes to do, is blame the rat. I'd have you know that rats are very honorable creatures. We just don't betray nobodies. I mean, the pay's gotta be good. So how exactly am I supposed to get paid to betray everybody's? How exactly is Pone supposed to be sending me money from his space ark all the way out here? I mean, don't get me wrong. I've been stuck in the garbage hold this entire time. I've made one appearance since last season, and it was in a garbage hold. So, yeah, if Reverend Pone somehow managed to get a hold of me and said, hey, I'll give you lots of money, and you can then go ahead and tell me when you guys are going to be around, of course I'd do it, because right now I'm guarding garbage.
I mean, who better than me? No one would suspect me, would they? That the person that hunts down conspiracies is actually, in fact, a mastermind conspiracist of diabolical proportions? No! So how did I do it? Quite honestly, I just want to go home, and the quicker we catch Pone, the better. I really didn't think that I would be able to go through the entire porn library that's on the Simunet, but I have. I don't see how anyone could think that I have anything to do with this. I mean, I'm barely in the show anymore as it is anyway. Oh, sure, the odd cameo when they want to do something about Pokemon Go. But that's it! And now that we're traveling through time and space, just how many video game-themed episodes are there going to be? Hardly any, I suppose. So I'm stuck in that JPEG set, not doing anything at all, when there are obvious fans of Trudeau who want to see me yucking it up video game style up in this piece. I mean, sure, it would be super neat to show up at Earth at Bible times so that I can go down and maybe give Jesus a long, very long, I guess the word I'm looking for is prolonged hug. Preferably naked. So, hey man, my door to my room won't open and stuff. And, no one seems to be answering me on this button thingy marked bridge. And I'm getting kind of lonely stuck in this room. Like, you know, I looked out the window and that doesn't look right, man. It's like there's space outside. And I don't remember my apartment looking like this. And then there's a hole in the wall over there that keeps giving me like bologna sandwiches and stuff. But I mean, it's been pretty chill. I have my bag of special make me not feel bad pills. So, you know, other than the loneliness. And of course this thing, I don't even know what it does. Hopefully someone will find me soon. But until then, I guess I'll have Pib Party number 233 and stuff. But that doesn't mean I'm actually trying to make it happen. I mean, yes, we're chasing Pone, and we're hoping we're gonna catch Pone before he returns to Earth. But if we have to go all the way to Earth, and we have to catch Pone, why not have long, prolonged, naked, possibly laying down hugs with Jesus? I don't see anything wrong with that. Can you tell me something that's wrong with that? Well, I suppose if I was to stay on script, I would have to say it's not me, because I'm barely making any appearances on this show as we're in space, and that you only put me in the show so that I would appease the fan base so that they know that I would occasionally pop up here and there. Isn't that right, Jason? I must be doing it in my sleep. I must be betraying my friends while I'm napping, just so that I can have a massive space-time conspiracy. I'm gonna have to go get a whole bunch of duct tape and tape myself down to the bed right now. This betrayal must stop. But I mean, we can't be in quarantine forever. Somebody has to fly the ship, and that can't just be Oswald. Wait a minute. Oswald is alone on the bridge? Oswald is the only one that's beyond suspicion? How come Oswald can't be the one that's betraying us?
Hello, it's me, Oswald, and I'm being super quiet because this is my super private log where I talk about super private things. And apparently everybody's all upset because someone's been sending super secret messages to Reverend What's-His-Face, Old Man Wrinklehead Butthole, and then that's why we can't catch him and stuff. So, I guess they think maybe it's me, but I don't see how it could be me because I'm not bad like that. I don't tattletale, and I don't say things to other people. Okay, every once in a while I'm on the bridge all by myself, I'll see like this blinking light. And this blinking light will be like blink, 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 and it's on Gary's station. I go over to the blinking light and I say, hello blinking light, and the blinking light is like blink, blink, blink. And so I just hit another button and make a beeper sound like this. Beep, 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 beep. Because it's funny. I like making that beeper sound. And then the blinky thing goes bleep, bleep, and then it disappears. But I'm sure that's completely unrelated to what's been happening here with this. Yup, completely unrelated. Hey everybody, Oswald's my name, and doing whatever I'm supposed to be doing right now is my game. My total game. Does this game have a ball in it? This game is called Shouting Out the Podcasts. Oh, that's right. The worst game ever. Could you please do it? Alright, fine. Hey everybody, go listen to this podcast. It's called Lemme Finish. Also, why don't you listen to this podcast? It's blah, blah, blah. Oswald! What? Do the shoutouts correctly, please. Fine, but I do it every week. It gets kind of boring. Well, make it exciting for yourself. Okay. Hey everybody, it's me, Oswald. Go listen to this podcast. It's called Lemme Finish with Jason and Atticus. And on that show, what they do is they sit down and they talk about how awesome I am, and about how strong I am, and about how cute I am, and about all the things that make Oswald super great, and why you should be his girlfriend. Whether you're a boy or girl. Does that sound good? The other podcast I want you guys to listen to is this one, Late Stealing with Steve and Jason. And that's a movie review podcast where every time they try to review a movie, they review a movie that stars me, Oswald Fuzzy Britches. And this week, they're watching Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, starring me, Oswald Fuzzy Britches, as Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. And this is how the movie goes. As Oswald, Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, I sit amongst the desert and I'm like, hey desert peeps, bring me lots of deserts. And they're like, yes, so what kind of desert do you want? And I'm like, I don't know, surprise me. And so they bring me pies, and they bring me cakes, and they bring me ice creams, and they bring me candy, and sometimes they bring me like great big old garbage trucks full of all of that stuff all mixed together, and I dive in and I swim around and I eat, and I come back up and they go, oh Priscilla, Queen of the Deserts, oh you are so wonderful, do you want some more? And I'm like, I will never not want more. Oswald, what? That is not what the movie is about. Yes, it is. No, it's not, because it's Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, not Priscilla, Queen of Dessert. What's the difference?